Korea's consumer prices are expected to grow at a faster pace in the coming months after a months-long downtrend due mainly to rising global oil prices, according to finance ministry officials.
최근 수개월간 하락세를 보였던 국내 소비자 물가가 국제유가 상승으로 인해 앞으로는 상승폭이 확대될 전망이라고 기획재정부가 밝혔습니다. Okay, so let's have a look at the main expressions here. The first one is a months-long downward trend.
So when you see months long, and you have to, pronunciation it's going to be hearing month long, months long. Very, very slight different pronunciation. It's the S. So when you see that S, you know that this, whatever we're talking about, has taken longer than 1 month. It's been over several months.
Yeah.
So for like an example, I think everybody has had to move apartments before, right? Whether you're buying a place or you're going to rent a new place, that can be a months-long process. Sometimes you're not able to find a place in a few weeks. It sometimes takes several months. So you could say months-long. If something just took 1 month, it was a month-long process.
Exactly. 여기서 month S가 들어가느냐 안 들어가느냐에 따라서 한 달 동안 지속된 것인지 몇 달 동안 지속된 것인지를 구별할 수 있는 거죠. So in the same way, we could say it's a weeks-long process.
Years-long.
Or a week-long process.
Right, exactly. Yep. A week long, weeks long, a year long, years long. I think there's a good chance we're going to be talking about the war in Ukraine lasting, being a years long conflict.
But at the start of it, I think people were thinking, is it going to last up to a year? Is it going to be a year-long conflict?
I think some people thought it could be a
months-long.
Month even at first, right? Remember?
Long.
At the beginning, people thought, Russia's going to roll over them. This is only going to take a couple of weeks.
And how wrong were they?
Yeah, exactly.
그래요. 우크라이나 전쟁이 처음 발발했을 때만 해도 한 달 갈까? Is it going to be a month-long conflict? 그러다가 아니다. 몇 달은 가겠네. No, I think it's going to be a months-long, clash.
Exactly. Well, we see what happening like in Sudan right now. There's been a months-long conflict between these rival generals, and that's still ongoing now.
Sure. And so if it goes on for longer than one, you add that S in the middle.
Yeah, add that S.
Take away the at the beginning.
yeah, very good point.
자, 그래서 months-long downtrend, which is the same as a downward trend.
Yes.
Now, you can then say due to or due mainly to.
Due mainly to, they put mainly to say that's the biggest driver behind this. But you could take out mainly if you wanted to. So due to simply just means because of. It's the reason why something happened.
All right. 그래요. Due to 이렇게 붙었을 때는 뭐뭐 때문에 because of something이라는 의미인데요.
Think about most people when you're late for work. You're usually late for work due to traffic or due to the weather.
Exactly.
Right? How many times have people been late due to the snow or due to the rain?
Oh, so often.
Right, exactly. So you could use it that way. But due has so many different usages too.
So many.
Like if you see a woman who, you should only say this if you know for sure she's pregnant.
Right.
Know for sure. Don't guess, because you could be wrong. But if
Right.
you say to a woman who looks pregnant, when are you due? That means when are you going to give birth?
Yeah.
What month?
Exactly. due라는 게 그러니까 언제 출산 예정이세요? 라는 의미가 될 수도 있고요. When are you due? 아니면은 the manager is due to retire next year.
Right. You can, like when I was
할
in school,
예정이다.
we talk about due dates all the time.
Yeah,
When is
sure.
this due?
Yeah, exactly. This is due Tuesday.
Right.
화요일까지 해야 된다.
And if you use that expression, you ask a woman, when is she due? If she says to you, what are you talking about? I'm not pregnant. Then run.
Yeah.
Turn around and get out of there. Run away if that happens
Not
to
even
you.
say sorry, just run.
Say so as
You
you're
don't have
running.
time. Sorry, and then just run away.
Yeah, get out of there.
Yeah, don't guess if someone is pregnant
No.
or not. That is the lesson
Yes.
that you want to take away
That would
today.
be called a faux pas.
Definitely. 그렇게 하시면 안 되죠. 예. But due, can be
Yes.
used for pregnant women.
Exactly.
But if you have due to, it means because.
Because of.
Because of. Okay.
Exactly.
자, 그러면은 이제 내용도 좀 살펴볼까요? Tell us more about this story.
So this is a look at. It sounds a bit worse than it is, right? So inflation is expected to nudge up a little bit in August and September before slowing again in October. And that's obviously because of the Chuseok holiday prices there's more demand around that time, especially for food. And because of all the rain this summer, they're expecting the yields at farms to be a bit lower than normal.
Right.
So that's one of the big drivers behind this, as well as oil. Oil was one of the big things.
Sure.
Global oil prices have recently surged. As I think most people know, Korea imports, almost all of their energy needs. Korea's benchmark is Dubai crude. That's gone up about $6 a barrel since July. Over nearly $11 a barrel since June. So that's quite a lot. One of the big reasons why we are seeing inflation going up.
Yeah, inflation, 이제 물가가 되겠죠. 소비자 물가 상승률에 대한 얘기인데 이게 대체적으로는 올 1월부터 계속 하락세를 보이고 있었는데요. 이 상승률이 이제 그 2%대에서 소폭 오른 3%대를 기록할 것으로 예상이 된다는 얘기입니다. 그 이유는 왜 그러냐면 이제 최근에 여러분도 느끼셨을 텐데요. 휘발유 가격, 경유 가격 많이 올랐습니다.
So if I just want to give a quick couple numbers here, inflation's forecast to rise by more than 3%. This is year over year in August and September. July was actually the lowest in 25 months at 2.3%. And that's about where the Bank of Korea wants it to be. So they were happy with that. When it gets above that 2%, like they wanted around 2%.
7월 달 같은 경우에는 물가 상승률이요 2.3%를 기록했는데 이게 가장 아이디얼하다라는 거죠. 그냥 일단 8월과 9월 데이터가 나오지는 않았으나 전망되기로는 3%대가 나올 것 같고 나중에 한 10월 정도 되면 이 기저효과 때문에 또 다시 떨어질 수도 있다고 합니다. Alright, here it is one more time. As part of... Oh, sorry there. Let me have a look at the first headline.
I can do it for you if you want. Korea's consumer prices are expected to grow at a faster pace in the coming months after a months-long downtrend due mainly to rising global oil prices, according to finance ministry officials.
Thank you, Ray.